Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back. So in the meantime, between this episode and last one, I got everybody to level 8. I think I said I was taking everybody to level 7. I meant level 8. No real other changes. This is our current lineup here. We do have a Caterpie that is now a Metapod. That's important. He's on his way to bigger and better things in life. Now that we're level 8, we can actually go and take care of some things that would otherwise be much difficult earlier on. First things first is, if you go all the way this way, you could try to go... This is the way to Victory Road and where the Elite Four are at. But if you come here, there's a Gary here, and he is not happy because he didn't get let in without any badges. And he's Gary. He should be let into any place without badges. So he's gonna fight us. He's got the 2 Pokemon, but they're both level 8. Level 9, sorry. I think it's level 9, level 8. Could be wrong about that too, honestly. Something's wrong with my button layout. Hold on. Much better. Okay, sometimes it doesn't quite work. Sometimes there's a conflict of controller pairings, as it were. So I think it was just pretty much just trying to press A and B at the same exact time. It's a little tricky. Alright. Ugh. Wasn't expecting a critical hit, honestly. Wasn't honestly to do that. Gary's about to use Squirtle! Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send out Charmander. We actually are hoping Charmander gets to level 9. Hopefully other Pokemon will as well. So we're just gonna send him out first, just so he can have some of these experience points for himself. We got rid of the Pidgey. The Pidgey's actually quite scary. I mean, yes, there's the whole... Gary has the weakness of your Pokemon, but we have a Pikachu to deal with a Squirtle, so it's not as bad as it could be. Just like that. Excellent, Gary. I can't just luck out when I used pure brain and skill. You could get by with like level 6 and level 7 Pokemon to do that, but I prefer just training up to level 8 anyway, since I'm trying to... The main purpose is to go and defeat Brock. So, I'm going to heal up, and then we're going to go back into Viridian Forest. See you shortly. Alright, here we are, Viridian Forest. We're familiar with this little thing. Normally we would go and face this trainer, but we sort of accidentally did that the last time. It was quite unfortunate. However, we still have this guy up here. Yo, you can't gym out if you're a Pokemon trainer. Saying I can't dance until if I'm a Pokemon trainer? I have to be a Pokemon trainer? Pretty certain the phrase means you can't back out of a fight. That's what he's trying to say. Times are different. Nobody says jam out to say you escape anything. Use a Rattata, take care of the Weedle. Oh, okay. That's cool. I'm actually really happy he's not trying to poison me, because, let me tell you, the chances of poisoning a Pokemon is like 50-50. I'm actually going to send out the Charmander. This Kakuna should be pretty small fry for a Charmander to deal with. Back to Poison. It's supposed to be a 50-50 chance. It feels like for your opponent, it's like a 90% chance to poison you. Like, seriously. It's even worse. When I try to poison somebody, even if they're like, yeah, it's possible to do so, it's like a 10% chance for me to do it. Like, it's... The game just has a mind of its own sometimes. It's not pretty. Alright. Oh, Kakuna, please. This is... So when I'm training on my Pokemon to get to their levels where I want them to be at in this beginning part, I just go straight here to Viridian Forest, and I'll actually just try to gun down Kakunas. It's a slow fight. And there we go, we learned Ember. This is one of the reasons why we want Charmander at level 9, because he needs it. He can easily take care of the Pokemon, so we're not worried about basically not making it through Viridian Forest. But yeah, I usually try to train against the Kakunas. They only have Harden as the move, so they're not going to attack you. See what I mean? First Poison Sting that we actually find just straight up hurts Rattata. It's so unfair. So unfair. But yeah, Kakunas will only use Harden. Like, their defense will get stronger and stronger, making it more difficult to knock them out. But that's all they're going to do, and they have to use that a lot before they run out. Very useful when trying to train up my Caterpie, because, let's be real, Caterpies are not known for being that super strong, but I mean, he'll tackle it eventually. It does cost quite a bit, let me tell you. Usually the Caterpie is good for one whole round against a Kakuna, even at higher levels, and that's that. Yep, okay, just making sure the order is good here. Because Rattata's at level 9, I'm not worried about needing to heal him or anything to keep him going and whatnot. And will take these battles. I need the extra experience points for the Pokemon. Trying to get them to level 9 as best as I can. And it's just makes them a little bit stronger. Like, being at level 8 means we can take on Brock and most likely come out on top. We should be pretty okay defeating Brock. But sometimes it can go terribly wrong. There's a potion. Could be useful in the future. You never know. Definitely don't be afraid to use potions when going up against Brock. Because the other option is save potions until Misty, and that... Ugh. Water Pokemon. Really never like Misty. Alright. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. We got a Weedle to deal with. Okay, didn't poison me. Good. 10% chance right there. Alright, don't poison me. Excellent. A clean fight, as it were. Perfect. I am good at this. Thank you for acknowledging my greatness. Alright. Made it through. So, in Brock's gym, he's got one trainer that you can fight against. I actually was trying to hug the grass there, but I'll take it. I decided, I'll get some extra experience points. It's not so bad. Just like that. Excellent! Pikachu's getting too strong! Thunder Wave! Good friend of Thunder Wave there. Alright. And just rearrange everything here. Again. Alright. So, here's our Pokemon Center. It's lively. There's a Jigglypuff. That's what that weird thing is. It'll sing and dance around. Because, you know, that's what it does best. And we can find Jigglypuffs, but, I mean... It's not one of my favorite Pokemon. Like, I wouldn't add it to my team. Willy-nilly. Anyway, just go up a bit. You can see the gym. It's like, whew! Oh, no, not up. What are you doing, Ash? Alright. We'll talk to this dude over here. Hello, hello, sir. Stop right there, kid. You're still light years from facing Brock. Alright. So, we'll go with this fight here. So he sends out a Diglett, which is like, okay. Have it your way, then. So it should be noted that ground types are resistant to poison types. That's one of the reasons why we go for the Caterpie over a Weedle, because Poison Sting's not going to do really good against any of the Pokemon here. It's just not going to. I might have done the math wrong. Okay. Because I was not paying attention. Ooh, Nelly. It was a little too close for me. Switch it out. We got more level 9 Pokemon. It's doing good, actually. And then go in with a Peck. Oh, so I should say, in order to get all my Pokemon up to level 8, it took about an hour to do so, but it's so worth it to get this to be like, yes, we can take on Brock. It's not as scary as it needs to be. Alright. So the other things to note as well, so Charmander, there we go. Charmander learns Ember at level 9. It's not going to be as useful in an immediate sense against Brock. We'll still use it because it's just going to be a little bit stronger than using Scratch, honestly. But the other thing So, you got Squirtle, who actually will learn Bubble at level 8, if I remember correctly. It's quite irritating, because it's so good, so strong, especially against Brock. And then you have Bulbasaur, who learns Leech Seed at 7. Now, it is a Grass-type move, but it's not going to deal additional damage to the Rock and Ground types, because it's just meant as a status inflict. It just stays on that Pokemon and leeches their health out of them. You have to go up, if you want Bulbasaur to have a Grass-type move, you need to get it to level 13. That's a seriously long grind. Seriously long. So, if you choose Bulbasaur for whatever reason, you may want to... one of the best ways to go about it, I feel, is get the Leech Seeds. Start off with a Bulbasaur against it, like his Geodude. I'm not sure I did the math correctly. I can take a sand attack. Come on, Rattata. Come on, Rattata. Rattata. Oh gosh, this gets difficult. But anyway, send the Bulbasaur against the Geodude, use Leech Seed, and then switch out for another Pokemon, preferably that can lower its attack like Growl, or that can increase their defense like a Metapod, and just let Leech Seed do all the heavy lifting. Alright, so I'm going to walk back, grab that Poke Center that's just below those trees, and then we're going to go face Brock. This is going to be fun here. So I will again see you shortly. Alright, here's Brock. We're going to first switch up the order around just a little bit here. We're going to put Pikachu up first. Pikachu only has electric moves as far as attacking is concerned, so we're just going to send him up front just to inflict some status things and deal with that. The Metapod we actually want to keep alive for a little bit. Like, we can go through the rest of these Pokemon pretty easily, but Metapod needs to be up and running. So, Brock has two Pokemon. He has a Geodude and an Onix. Typically, you would think the Onix is going to be the scary one, but no. The Geodude is actually the more scary Pokemon. We're going to go into this shortly here. This is the weirder things with the old gen. Like, Brock his face looks really weird. Just ignore it. Just glad they cleaned that up later on in life, but boy, it's not a good thing in the Gen 1 stuff. So we're going to use Growl. We're okay with that because he can use Defense Curl to increase his defense, but Growl will lower his attack, making him use more, essentially take more time to knock out my Pokemon. Now, one of the things that we have to keep in mind with the Gen 1 series here is that the Computer's Pokemon have infinite power points. They can use a move as many times as they want in a battle, and they're not going to be worried about it. I don't even think I can use Thunder Wave on it. Yeah, I figured. It's not like I'm going to be using it soon anyway. Critical hit, of course. Right, so we'll start pecking it our way with a Spearow here. Basically, every single Pokemon we have is not going to deal that much damage. So we just kind of need to go and just keep on attacking, as it were. Pikachu pulled his weight by reducing the amount of damage that Geodude's gonna do here, so we're not typically worried about that. And just keep on going here. And just fast like a comet. Trying to think. I can't really talk, because I don't want to talk about the strategy until the Onix actually comes out. So we're just kind of just going to keep doing this. His defense is at max, by the way. It's one of the, like, Geodude, because, like, he has Defense Curl, means you don't really want to use Tail Whip if possible. It's just, because he'll just probably just use it again and you're back to dealing damage, you know, at a slow rate, so might as well. Because he'll keep on using it. Like, he's got a good chance of just keep going with it. Oh, I should say, critical hits not only deal, what, like, double the damage that you normally would do, they also ignore any stat changes. So if your normal damage is 6 and he uses Defense Curl so you only deal 1 damage to it, if you deal a critical hit, it deals 12 damage, not 2 damage. So, there's that to worry about. Like a critical hit, if you've done a lot of stat changes like I've done with Growl, a critical hit can easily take you by surprise. You'll just be like, well, alright. He was dealing 3 damage, and then that was 11 damage. Like, just one of those things you have to be aware of. But SPEAROW's actually doing really well by himself, amazingly enough. To be fair, the Growl's helped out a lot by making sure that he deals not that much damage to him. And he's apparently tired of trying to use Defense Curl to increase his defense. We're okay with this, because we still have others. We're going to use Rattata here. Rattata's actually got a strong attack. He's not too bad with it, but the Defense Curl is definitely going to make things still difficult to work with. How did you miss? How did you miss, by the way? Nice. More critical hits. Always need those. Just keep going, Rattata. You got it, old boy. 2 damage to Rattata. Boy, you are good. Usually you take a bit more damage, but I guess SPEAROW just has slightly less defense than you do. Interesting. Come on. Come on. Yes, good job. Critical hits. Always appreciate those. Rattata is now level 10 because he is the coolest of cool beans. Alright, so now he's going to send out Onyx. We're going to start with a Metapod here. So, Brock's move, because every gym leader has a move that they've got special for them. Brock's move in Gen 1 here is Bide, which absorbs damage that gets inflicted and then deals it back twice after sort of like a charge move. It takes 2 turns, more or less. So we'll see him do Tackle, which we're not worried about. We're going to lower the Onyx's speed, because Onyx is actually surprisingly fast. And just make sure, to be fair, Metapod is actually quite slow. So we're just going to keep doing string shots. So now Metapod's going first. We're going to do one more string shot just to make sure that Onyx is indeed slow. So there's Bide. So if we deal damage to him, it means that's more damage dealt to us, even if we're doing small amount of damage. But if we just don't hit him at all when he's using Bide, then he's not going to do anything about it. And because we're going first now, it means that we can safely use Tackle. We'll see that he uses Bite, and then we go back to using moves that don't hurt him. This is the genius of how you get through with Charmander. And we can let Metapod take the feint here. That's okay. We're actually going to switch out Charmander. I'm going to be using Ember because I'm hoping that we actually inflict a burn. It'd be actually nice. As you can see, he deals some damage. Charmander also has Growl, which means that we're going to be lowering the damage that Onyx will do if he uses Tackle. I think it's literally Tackle, Screech, and Bite is all that Onyx knows. So we'll just keep on going through here. And just Ember away like we've got nothing better to do in life. Alright, there's one Tackle. That was unfortunately a critical hit. Okay, yes, okay, so enemy Onyx was now burned. So this is good news, right, for everyone. If you're burned, you take additional damage like you would with poison. It halves your physical attack so you deal less damage. So you're like, great! And then Brock uses a full heal. It's so rude. It's so rude. They actually programmed a way to make sure Charmander is the worst Pokemon to start with. Like, it's so rude of them to do that. And so, yeah, there's another burn, uses another full heal. Just, it's so rude. But at least the good news when we do burn him is that Brock wastes his turn using the full heal. And the AI using items here works a little bit differently here, because they pretty much will just react if they have items immediately rather than needing a turn like a normal trainer would. So, no matter how many times you burn him, it's going to be that. Charmander gets to a level 11 though, which is a very nice boost. Very nice boost. And that is that. Alright, here's the Boulder Badge. Oh! It's official Pokemon League badge as opposed to the fake ones. Alright. Take this with you. It's TM34. We really don't want it. Because we don't need Bide. Like, just no. Just no. And then pay it back double. Just... Thankfully, like, Brock does teach it to his Onyx, and that's honestly how we get through that fight. That is... If it weren't for Bide, we would be in trouble, honestly. It is a little bit tricky. Because you have... There's no way, if you pick Charmander, that you can get past it. Like in Fire Reds and Leaf Green, you can get Mankey and make that a very, very negotiable fight to work with. But here, Mankey is past this point. I think it's in the grass that's upcoming in this area over here. Or in the area after that, can't remember, but either way, it's insanely rude. So we've got some more trainers we're going to be facing against, but we will take a break here. We're going to be working our way to Mount Moon next time. One badge down probably only took me 2 hours total to do that. So, excellent, making progress. But, thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.